for purchase.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aylward. For the next question, we go to Kai Kupferschmidt from Science. Kai, can you unmute yourself and ask your question?
Thanks a lot. I was going to ask how many countries have actually signed up, but I guess we've covered that with COVAX. So let me ask something else. How do you see, I mean, you're pitching COVAX as a possibility to do both, right? Countries that are doing their kind of bilateral agreements might still sign up to COVAX. But doesn't that still kind of, interfere with each other? I mean, basically, if you want to equitably distribute the vaccine, globally, then all the vaccine that countries are hoovering up with their bilateral agreements are basically outside of that scope, right? So how do you see the kind of connection between these two different mechanisms?
That's also for Dr. Aylward.
Thanks, Kai. And in terms of how many countries have signed up, you're absolutely right. But the number, again, is over 170 countries now are engaged in conversations, and that represents over 70% of the world's population. So a huge number. And per your second question, this is so important to ensuring that vaccine gets out to all countries at the same time in a managed order, so that we reduce risk around the world as rapidly as possible, and then get the world's societies open again, health systems safe, and economies open as well. And on the question about does the new changes in the design of the COVAX facility affect the ability to equitably allocate the vaccine, actually it makes it much better, because whether or not countries have signed bilateral deals or as individual countries or groups of countries, the important thing is how that vaccine is used and the order in which that vaccine is used. And what we're looking for, and the Director General emphasized last week and again today, is the more countries that join forces with the COVAX facility, the more they can work together in a coordinated manner to ensure that we roll these vaccines out at the same time and equitably across countries. Now, not just because this is the right thing to do, but what we've learned over the last few months is this is absolutely essential. No country can emerge from this crisis alone. And what we need is to get our health systems safe and protected again, first and foremost, because that and the severe disease it manages is what is having the knock-on effect with the changes in societal behaviors we've had to promote, as well as, of course, the economic impact. So what we've learned really, in a nutshell, is that the critical thing is to ensure some vaccine gets to all countries as early as possible, and the design changes in COVAX, where we can have the participation of all countries, now provides an even stronger mechanism through which we could coordinate that rollout so that all countries benefit, and most importantly, the entire world comes out of this crisis as rapidly as possible.
Thank you, Dr. Aylward. So now we will go to Chen from China Daily. Chen, could you please unmute yourself and ask your question?